Says I'm streaming. Oh, there we go. All right. Took a second for it to kick in. I think we are good to go. Check my audio. Do I have audio? Looks like I have audio. Oh, yeah, I have audio. All right, we'll give it a second here, give people a chance to jump in. Those of you on YouTube, just skip ahead 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll get started. Watching the Patriots and the Packers right now, and it's Packers just scored, which is no good, but that's okay. Camera's on. We are good to go. And we'll give it a few minutes. This will be 3 or 4 minutes of you guys watching me look over the top of the computer at my TV. Excuse me. But yeah, at any rate, welcome back to GM Games. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to whenever this gets posted. If you're watching it live, I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday evening. Patriots and Packers are tied at 24 with 6 minutes left. And yeah, a game where the Patriots have no business being in. They are in, and they have a chance to win. So anyway, give it another, what time is it? 5:57. Give it another couple of minutes here before we jump into our first, my eyes are itchy, move into our first off-season, our first live off-season, I should say. I think this is, what, our second? Is there a history page? There is, yeah. Let's look at the history page. Yes, we went 8-5 in our first season, and we lost in the ReliaQuest Bowl. We made the playoffs, or I think we made a, did we make a bowl game this year? We made a bowl game. I don't remember. Let's look at our schedule. Turn the TV down a little bit, sorry. Oh, right, okay. So this is something we should do. I forgot about this. You can set your preferred opponents. But we're going into off-season number 3, and this will be the first off-season we do live. So let's go ahead and set our preferred opponent. So we've got our teams that are in the Big Ten. So who do we want outside of the Big Ten? We're going to go with Washington, because I know that is a FJ, one of the guys who's in chat most weeks. He's a Washington Huskies fan, so we're going to do a matchup with the Huskies every year. Who else do we want to do a matchup with? Let's find a good team. Yeah, and I guess we're just going to get started here as I start to screw around with this stuff. So let's see, what other teams are in the Midwest that aren't in the Big Ten? Really nobody. They're all in the Big Ten. So let's find a team that looks like it might be fun to start a rivalry with. Notre Dame. Illinois and Notre Dame. It seems to work for me. And I want to play them at home as well. And then this last rival, or this last preferred opponent, we will do a road game for. Let's play on the road at Northern Illinois. So our 3 preferred opponents are the Washington Huskies, the Fighting Irish, and the Northern Illinois Huskies. So Huskies, and Fighting Irish. All right. So it is time to start the, well, it says new season, but it's start the off season really, which gets us into the transfer portal and try to bring in some late season acquisitions to our team. So let's go ahead and do that. Appalachian State offers us a contract. I am good. I'm going to stay with Illinois. We have a 99-year contract worth $3 million a year because I have the game set on do not, I can't be fired because it's not why I'm doing this. All right, so we've got staff offers. Do we need to get rid of any of our staff or hire any new staff? No, there's me. We have a 4-star offensive coordinator, Hoyt Way. And he's got 1 year left. I don't really like the 5-2 defense. Let's take a look. Let's look at defensive. And I think we went heavy on linebackers, right? Or is that I can't remember. Linebacker, cornerback. Okay, so we went heavy into the strong safety, into the back end. So maybe if you look at our roster, maybe we go with like a 3-3-5. Let's look at our defensive. Well, let's start with our cornerbacks. So we only have 2 on the roster. Linebackers, yeah, we're weak at linebacker. We've got Wise, and then we might be stronger as we move into the next season. But we've got a stud in the middle in James Dalton. Our defensive ends, we've got Villarreal and Rodriguez. So I don't think it really matters if we go with a 3-3. I think we stay with a 3-4. We have, or no, let's switch to a 4-3. We've got 2 really good defensive ends, 1 really good defensive tackle, and then a handful of defensive backs. Hey, FJ. What's going on, man? Hey, you missed. I just set our schedule for next season, and I have our main preferred opponent as the Washington Huskies. So our first game next year will be against Washington. So Washington at Notre Dame, and then home against Northern Illinois. So there are our three preferred opponents the first 3 weeks of the season. That's a hard schedule, man. Washington, Notre Dame, Northern Illinois, at Maryland, at Purdue, at Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Kansas State, and Northwestern. And the Patriots are going to have to punt with 4 minutes left. That's not good. So we'll be taking on the Huskies every single year. I think we're going to fire our defensive coordinator, and we are going to find ourselves a new defensive coach. I think we're going to look for a 4-3 style defensive coach, because I think our Robert Kohler, he wants 2 years. That's expensive. That is expensive. So we have 6.5 tied into offense and head coach. Sorry, I'm half watching the football game. All right, defensive coach. Defensive coach who runs a 4-3 that isn't going to cost us $5 million a year. Roger Plummer. You got Nathan Cheek from Virginia, a 4-3 hybrid. Top-notch cornerbacks, focuses on man coverage, versatile linebackers. That's something we don't have right now. We might down the road, just not something we have yet. 4-3 hybrid, Carl Ingram from BC. Versatile linebackers. This is kind of what we're looking for. Dominating in the trenches. We've got a really good defensive line, and we can have some versatile linebackers. Highly charismatic. He's a good leader. Very good at coaching defense. So we're going to bring in Carl Ingram as our defensive coordinator. Potentially, assuming he signs. So let's go ahead and see if he signs. He does. All right. So we pick up our new D coordinator. Carl Ingram was the BC defensive coordinator. I don't know. Looks okay, I guess. Bend but don't break mindset. Okay, I like that. All right. Even though he's 7-17, I kind of like that. So if you look at our staff, I want to just make sure we have 20% of our scouting going into academics, which means we don't have as much money to scout on a year-to-year basis. Let's drop that to 15. Gives us another, whatever that is, $80,000. All right, so we can get through the rest of the staff offer. So the first time since you were born, huh? Wow, that is that's something. Congratulations if you're a Mariners fan, though. I mean, I honestly haven't watched a baseball game start to finish, or at least a Major League Baseball game, in probably 2 months. I watched a Red Sox-Yankees game back in, I don't even know what month we're in now, back in August, I think. But if I'm going to root for a team in the postseason, I'm going to root for the Mariners. I mean, I think that's honestly no. FJ, I literally was just having a conversation with somebody about that as it pertains to the Patriots, because 20 years of success from the Patriots, and I don't want it to sound like I'm spoiled, but during the Brady era, the expectation was that the Patriots won every single year or it was a failure. It was Super Bowl or bust. And while the Super Bowls were obviously still enjoyable, I think if they manage to win a Super Bowl in the next 5 or 10 years with Mac Jones as their quarterback, that's going to be sweeter than maybe the last couple of Super Bowls that the Patriots won. So it feels really good every year to get in, but when it doesn't happen very often, it feels even more special. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I absolutely enjoy it. Yeah, and I'll certainly be rooting for the Mariners. Oh, no. So our offensive coordinator left to go to Vanderbilt. I guess I should have checked my email, huh? So they brought in Joe Griggs. All right, so we'll have him internally for a year, I guess. That's not it. But he still runs a hybrid, which is fine. It's a West Coast hybrid, which may actually work okay, given that we have a quarterback who's not really all that mobile. So it's fine. But it is recruiting time. This is the important part. All right, so we have $73 million in recruiting. $73,000 in recruiting. We still have a ton of scholarship offers. So, uncommitted. Do we have anybody who's... No one's interested in us yet. But we've got plenty of money, so what do we need help with? We need defensive tackles. I think that's coming into this season. The only success the city of Seattle has given me is the one Super Bowl. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. You know, losing the Supersonics obviously hurt. You know, that I can't believe that Seattle doesn't have a professional football or a professional basketball franchise. But, yeah, the Seahawks should have won more than they did, frankly. But, you know, made the decision not to hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch at the 1 yard line, which I will never understand. But all right, we need defense. I mean, we have 17 scholarships. So let's just go nuts here. Let's go nuts and see what we can find. All right. I don't want recommend. I want uncommitted. I'm not interested in committed players. So we got all these players that are looking to transfer. Brian Asher is a redshirt freshman. Arm accuracy. I mean, sure. We need some offensive linemen as well. So let's go heavy into... Where did all of my recruiting money go? It disappeared. All right, let's put a couple here, couple here. We have outreach hours. Not that we can invite them to games, but we will do facility tours for both of these guys. Outreach hours. Another 4-star. Ooh, is that a turnover? Ooh, he almost dropped it. Nope. All right. Since the late 70s. Well, yeah, and those, I mean, the Mariners in the early 70s or the late 70s and 80s were obviously terrible. So there's that too. Falk. I wonder how many of these players we'll actually get. I mean, if we can get a bunch of 100-star recruits or top 100 recruits or top 150 recruits, that'll be huge for us. Let's go after a couple of linebackers here. And I'm fairly confident that being in the top 100 and 200 that their ratings are going to be fine. So I'm not that concerned about scouting. Kevin Coyne might actually be better. He's a junior, though. And we may as well just offer scholarships to, like, everybody. No reason not to. See if we can pick up a 4-star running back, wide receiver. And that's touchdown with 2 minutes left on 3rd and 8. Yep. That sucks. I will tell you, though, FJ, that the one thing that all the winning did over the last, 18 years or whatever it is as a Boston sports fan is I don't take the losses hard anymore. Like, I don't understand how people get so bent out of shape. I mean, I guess I understand because it used to be me, but people get so bent out of shape about their sports teams losing. It just doesn't affect me anymore. Like, I want the Patriots to win. I want my teams to win. But if they don't, they don't. I move on to something else. So, if anything good has come out of it for me as a sports fan, it's that I don't stress about my teams losing anymore. So, there's that. Ooh, speed and hands. Look at this guy. Redshirt freshman, Irvin Dalton. Yes, sir. I want you. 4 hours left. Let's do a facility tour and a phone call. Yeah, well, I mean, the other side of it is the same too, right? I mean, if your team always loses, then that ball came out. That ball came out. Are they able to review that? I don't know if they're able to review that. That ball came out. Anyway, yeah, I mean, either way, although there will always be people who get, way too bent out of shape when their teams lose, always, right? There will always be those people that are like that. And I don't understand it, but I don't have to understand it. It's not my problem anymore. I used to be really bad, man. Like I would break remotes and like I was that guy, and not anymore. It's certainly not anymore. That stuff just doesn't interest me anymore. I want them to win. They don't win. Whatever. Let's see if we can take a shot. I mean, we may as well. We've got the scholarship offers. Let's just offer to all these guys, to all the top guys, and see if we can get ourselves a big fish, so to speak. I'm just gonna offer to all the. Oh, we don't need a fullback. I will go after. Let's see what happens. He did not maintain possession. There we go. All right, 4th down. Excellent. All right, let's sim ahead. See if we can land any of these guys. This will tell me more than likely that they've accepted offers elsewhere. Yeah, Braswell and Dalton are both going to Texas. All right. So that gives us a couple of new scholarship offers to put in. Uncommitted actions. Yeah, I mean, all these guys all of a sudden have a crap ton of offers, which is to be expected. Robert Daniels. Yep, we'll offer him. Michael Baker, we'll offer him. Yeah, a lot of these guys are going to go quickly, so we may need to shift. I mean, we may as well stick with these big guys until they go elsewhere. I mean, if we can get half a dozen of these guys, that'll put us in decent shape. Let's see what we get in week 2 here. Come on, what are we doing? Patriots are going to have the ball in the 1. All right, so Potter and Engel are going to Miami and Mississippi State. Neither of them have committed to us. I remember when I was about 11 or 12 and I asked my dad, why do the Mariners never win? And I could just sense 30 years of pain being experienced. Yeah, and that is pain that we hand down to our kids. Like, and you said this is the first time they've made the playoffs since you were born. So I imagine you don't have kids, but that is truly pain that you hand off to your children. That's just how it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you want your kids' fandoms to be better than yours, and you want them to truly be happy with their sports fandoms, but it doesn't always happen. Man, it would be nice if we could get some of these guys. I'm a little concerned that we're going to end up with none of them. And yeah, I mean, when I was growing, I never asked my parents, my dad or my grandfather that question. My grandfather passed away 3 weeks before the Red Sox won the World Series in 2004. He was 83 years old. He never saw them win the World Series. So, it happens, unfortunately. Well, it's something you can connect with your father on, right? Your sports fandoms and how bad things are. So I'm going to click advance. This is going to get really loud for me. I don't think you guys are going to hear it, but we will see what happens. See how many of those players we're able to recruit. Otherwise, we're going to be fairly shallow. We're not going to have a lot of depth. So that is so loud on my end. Yeah, we'll do that. Just go ahead and mute it. But yeah, I try to, my kids haven't, obviously haven't experienced that. I mean, my youngest son was like 4 years old before he went through a football season that didn't involve the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So, he just hasn't experienced that. So South Carolina with the number 5 recruiting class in the country. Clemson number 4. Baylor number 3. Oklahoma, Eugenio Cash is their top recruit. And the number 1 recruiting team in the nation goes to the Michigan Wolverines. Jamie Dion, their linebacker. Let's see, did we finish in the top 10 anywhere here? So we're not top 10 in... Oh, yeah, this is concerning. Oh, we have the top safety class in the nation. We have the 3rd best cornerback class in the nation. And that's it. So it looks like we really improved our defensive secondary. Let's go back to the inbox and see the final results. Okay, so they filled our roster with 4 2-star players, and it looks like we picked up a few of those 4-star players, which is good. That is really, really good. So it's time for training camp. So season expectations, hoping for a fairy tale season. The athletic board thinks 6 or 7 wins is a realistic goal. This year's recruiting class, 64th relative. I don't see that. I don't get. I feel like we had a pretty good recruiting class. That was a lot of 3- and 4-star players. How much time? 1:40. They're on the 9. Ugh. The board is, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like we had a pretty, maybe it just wasn't enough recruits. I feel like we had a pretty solid recruiting class. I don't know if it factors in transfers or not. But, all right, we have to go to training. We'll take a look at some of the guys we just brought in. So we just brought in Marvin Evans. He is now our, oh, man, does he become our starter? He's got a better arm. No, he's not as accurate, and he's fast. So I think Evans is the backup quarterback. Harding will still be our starter. But we have a really nice quarterback Oh, and he's not even a red shirt. We have a really nice quarterback group here. Running backs, we're still led by Jay Kessler. We bring in Thomas McMaster. With his 82 speed, he's the fastest running back we have on the roster now. That's good. Bring in Leroy Elliott as a tight end. Peter Bautista, Robert Daniels, Stanford Troutman, and Dan Petre. So Stanford Troutman's an 85. Robert Daniels an 88 with 83 speed and 92 hands. Peter Bautista. So we bring in a decent wide receiver group. Make sure we get these guys all on the right training. Offensive line. Let's see what the Patriots do here on 3rd and 3. They're going to hand it off. You just handed this game to the Packers. Oh, no, they don't have any timeouts left, so I guess the clock will almost expire. So unless they return the punt for a touchdown. Did we improve our offensive line? We bring in Robert Vaughn. So he's right away our best offensive lineman. A couple of decent, so it'll be Moseman and Robert Vaughn likely on the as our offensive guards. We bring in Thomas Maxwell as a 19-year-old freshman, or I guess what is he, a sophomore? Redshirt freshman. He's a freshman. Okay, with 83 pass blocking, 85 run blocking. Mario Eastman we bring in as an offensive lineman. Our tackle situation looks okay. We've got Lowe and Shirley there. Defensive end, we bring in Julio Batts, an 87 overall. Like to see that. Just put them on the offensive line. Yeah, we don't have a lot of depth at defensive end. We have a couple of decent players. I need to unmute this now so I can hear myself. Yeah, that's much better. I couldn't hear myself. It's bothering me. Linebackers, we bring in three 80-plus linebackers. I like to see that. So we do get deeper there. And then in the defensive secondary, we just made huge strides. Manuel Calhoun, 88 overall, 19-year-old strong safety. Mark Lovett, 88-year-old, 19 overall strong safety. So they're going to have a Hail Mary from midfield. All right, so we bring in Dent, Lovett. We bring in Holmes as an 85. Yeah, we did a nice job in our defensive backfield. We bring in two 85s and two 84s and an 85. Free safety, we bring in an 84 and an 85. So we did a nice job there. And the game signed us a punter so we can have two punters, which is fine. All right, let's go ahead and advance training camps. See what we get. Eric Hubbard. Redshirt sophomore up to a 77 overall. Thomas McMaster up to an 84 overall. 92 agility, 66 strength. He looks all right. Mose Man, you like seeing that offensive lineman get better. Brendan Tuck. He's balanced, man. Look at that. I mean, great hands. Like, he is the definition of a third down back. Johnny Vandiver, Harry Holmes, up to an 86 as a freshman. Matthew Evans, 84. Where's Gary Harding at a 91 now with 76 arm, 92 intelligence, 92 accuracy. You love that. The real fun of being a fan of terrible teams is going through the years and coming up with a worst all-star lineup at every position. Yeah, you guys got some bad ones. You guys have some bad, but a lot of them are from those mid-'80s teams. Yeah, some of those early 80s Mariners teams, 84, 85, the team that Roger Clemens struck out 20 in 86. Those are some bad teams. And I know they've been bad recently, but those were some bad teams too. All right, so I'm going to save. And then one of the things that was mentioned to me on the GM Games forums was to take a look at the plays. Tackle him. Okay, good. Is to take a look at the plays that we have set. Rick Honeycutt, Rick Honeycutt was when used properly, Rick Honeycutt was really good. He was a really good reliever for the A's when they won their World Series in the late 80s and early 90s, is that loogie guy. And I think he had some time as a starter back in the 70s as well. But, as an expansion team, you're never going to start out great. So anyway, what's suggested to me, and I'm not even sure where to go to look at this, but the actual game, like the calls, like if there's some way in here to look at the plays. Can you edit? Because one of the things they talked about was if they have a lot of jet sweeps and a lot of end arounds and stuff, that can lead to a lot of wide receiver running the ball. Let's see what we got. So we've got a couple of RPOs, 3 running back sweeps, jet sweep. So, there are a couple of jet sweeps in here, but nothing that would lead me to believe. Yeah, nothing that would lead me to believe that we should be running with, 7 different players every game. Wishbone. I'm not even really sure how to set this, though. I don't know how to edit this. This is just his offense. We'll see how the beginning of the season goes. All right, let's look at our depth chart. Figure out what we want to do with our team first. So let's just set. So it wants Harding as our starting quarterback, which I think makes sense. Harding, 91 overall, 92 accuracy, 92 intelligence, 76 arm, I think is passable. Evans is there if Harding struggles, so I am fine with that. Running backs, it wants McMaster, 82 speed, 92 agility, 56 hands. It wants Gamble as our number 2, 77, 68, 94 agility. He's not as strong as Kessler. Brendan Tuck is going to be our third down back, and I think maybe Gamble. No. So Kessler maybe our goal line back and Tuck our third down back. So how do we have... Let's copy. So here I want to go with Kessler, or do we go Gamble? I think we go Kessler as our top back here, and McMaster is our number 3 back here. That way, when the game switches to that second offensive package for the 25% of the time or 30% of the time or whatever it is, it will start Kessler at running back rather than McMaster, so he'll get more carries as well. Tuck will be our third down back, and then Kessler will be our goal line back as well, which is fine. Fullbacks, Joseph Jack is a better run blocker. Lloyd Shapiro, better pass blocker. Shapiro's got better speed. I think we're going to go, it has Shapiro as our starting fullback. That's fine. Guards, we've got Vaughn and Mann, which is what I thought. Tackles, we've got Landry and Shirley. Oh, wow, Landry. All right, he was one of the guys we just signed. So we have Landry and Shirley as our 2. He's not as good on the pass block, but he's really good. I don't want a... Shirley's a better pass blocker, so I think we put Shirley on the left side, and we put Landry on the right side. Center position, we're fine with Maxwell. Tight end, Kavanaugh. Yeah, we don't have a really good tight end group, so Kavanaugh, Glasgow is fine. Third down for the Packers. Sorry, I'm just getting a little sidetracked. Wide receiver, Michael Byers, still our number 1 with the 89 hands and 90 speed. Matthew Evans as our number 2, really? I feel like Robert Daniels should be our number 2, honestly. Daniels should be our number 2. Evans is going to be essentially our number 4, so it'll be Evans. Who's our number 3? Perkins 91 speed, I think. No, Evans is our number 3. Evans will be our number 3. And then who backs up Evans? We've got Byers, Daniels, Evans. So is it Perkins? I don't like the 73 hands, but it's pretty much the best we have. Yeah, Perkins will be our number 4. And I think we are set offensively. So let's save. Oh, I got to go back here, though. Put McMaster back in here with Kessler as the number 3. And then I want to go into strategies and to game planning. I think it was Tuck who was our 3rd down back, and oh, come on, I've already no, it's you've heard the name Evans in here like 100 times, have you? Tuck, and who was it was Kessler who was going to be get him. Nice. 4th down, Patriots ball. Field goal wins it. Kessler was going to be our goal line back. Breeze, how you doing tonight, man? How are you doing, my friend? So we want Tuck here, and we want Kessler here. All right. Running backs are going to run the ball. Tight ends are going to run. QB Tuck can run rare. We have backfield by committee off, so in theory, we shouldn't be running the ball with 12 different people, but we'll see how it goes. I'm doing okay. I'll be better in, I don't know, about 10, 15 minutes if the Patriots are able to kick a field goal here. They get the ball at midfield in overtime. So with Bailey Zappi underneath center for the Patriots, they could potentially walk into Lambeau and beat the Packers. That is crazy talk. Let's look at defense. Let's go ahead and set this for Carl Ingram. What does he want to do? From a quarterback perspective, why would you not have Harry Holmes out there as your number 1? 78 speed, 63. Yeah, we're going Harry Holmes. Don't be dumb about this. Number 2, we got Watson and Wilson. I think Wilson is our number 2. Our backup cornerback will be Watson is our number 2, not Wilson, and then Wilson is our backup. There we go. Watson and Wilson. That is confusing me. Nickelbacks. Nope, it's going to be Breeze. I'm like a second behind, man, so just shush. All right, I'm watching this on my Roku, and it's about 3 or 4 seconds behind. So if they turn it over, they turn it over, but let me just sort it out on my own. Cornerbacks, we've got Holmes, Watson. We'll make Wilson our main nickelback. And then Eaton, speed, hands, no. Parker, no. I think we'll stick with that. Excuse me. Linebackers, Clayton, Wise. Hampton needs to be in there with that 92 tackling. For sure. I know there's a thing called Red Zone, but why would I watch Red Zone when I can actually watch the game in front of me? Like, why would I want to just watch Red Zone? The game is on TV. It's actually on TV. I can watch it live. So we've got Clayton, Hampton, Wise as our top 3, and then Baker, I guess, is our 4th. Yeah, I don't want a strong safety playing linebacker. Defensive tackles, Dalton and, what is it, as Tubbs, a 72 overall in there, really? Go Hubbard. Go Hubbard. Defensive ends. Rodriguez and, oh, we got Bats. So it should be Bats in Villarreal. Come on, Bailey. Ooh, almost picked. All right, well, 4th down and 5 with 6.5 minutes left to go. You don't have to be a second. Well, I mean, I would think I would rather watch it live than watch the game than watch just highlights on Red Zone. That's just me. Free safety. Who does have a free safety? Manuel Calhoun. Oh, so we have both of our strong safeties as our starting free safeties. All right, that's fine. Oh, they punted. Did not expect that. On the 9, you give the ball right back to Aaron Rodgers with 6 minutes left. All right, so I think we're set. Let's save. Let's go to defensive package 2. Let's copy. Let's go to strategy. And let's go to, so he wants to run it more. Jose Griggs wants to run it a lot more. I think I'm okay with that. That's fine. We'll start with a running game. And formations. Tackle him. Tackle him. Thank you. So when it switches to offensive package 2, it will switch our running backs, and it will put Kessler out there as the starter, which is fine. Yeah, I'm fine with it. All right, let's save. We got to start recruiting. I almost forgot to recruit. You got drafted by, what are you talking? Oh, you're playing 2K11. You got drafted by Portland with the 4th pick of the 2nd round as a point guard. You're like Dame, but Dame before Dame. Yes, pre-Dame. This is going to be Breeze time rather than Dame time. Let's go to recruiting. 2nd and 8. Rodgers back to throw. Finds a wide open receiver at the 30. That's not good. All right, so we don't have a lot of seniors. So really, I think it's just, let's just find the best players available. We only have a handful of seniors because most of our best players are young. So I think, it's recommending some really high caliber players for us this year. Where do we have? We still don't have any great pipelines. Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas. Yeah, Patriots are going to lose. That sucks, man. Fullback, tight end. Let's take a look. We need some tight ends. That's something we haven't paid a lot of attention to. Do we have any quality tight ends on this list? Robert O'Brien. What do we got from O'Brien? 6'6", 247-pound tight end out of Tennessee. Yes, sir. Robert O'Brien. We'll target him. Where I think we're weak-ish still on the offensive line. So let's add some defensive tackles and defensive ends. 6'6", 307-pound guard will offer him. I don't suspect we're going to get any of these people. The game wants me really recruiting some high-end talent this year. I'm not uber comfortable with that, truth be told. So we're just going to target a bunch of players that I feel that we have a real shot at. And I think this year we can start to aim a little bit higher, kind of in this 100 to 200 range, where we've kind of been in the 200 to 300 range. Get him. Damn it. 6'4", 207-pound quarterback. I don't like the D intangibles. We're really just looking for the best players available at this point. I think. Joseph Callaway doesn't look great. Number 1 recruit in Massachusetts. Let's look at the states that we have pipelines in. So we've got decent pipelines in Tennessee, Alabama, and Arkansas. Let's start with Tennessee. What do we got for decent recruits in the wonderful state of Tennessee? A 4-star quarterback, Jed Wilson, C+ in tangibles. I mean, sure, why not? 6'4" wide receiver. I'll absolutely take a shot at him. Carl Martin, sure. Tackle. We'll kind of look at everybody that's in that anywhere under about the 400 range. And then Tennessee, Arkansas was another one. Oh, damn. Not a lot in Arkansas, but there is a 4-star or 3-star tackle. Looks like a pretty big kid. And then Alabama, we really going to go head to head with Alabama here, trying to find some recruits. There's not a lot here. We'll just target everybody that's under 500. All right. Let's look at targets. We only have 13 scholarships. All right, let's actions. Stop. Oh, they're at the 25-yard line. Yeah, this game's over. Okay. That sucks. All right, so we have $164,000 in recruiting, 92 in scouting. We definitely need help on the offensive line. I think we need help at defensive tackle. Oh, my eyes, it's driving me nuts right now. We need a tight end, so let's take a look at the 2 tight ends. Let's recruit heavily on the 2 tight ends. We will scout on the 2 tight ends. Let's get interviews there. Mel Flores, Raymond Fisher, 6'4", 210 pounds. Oh man, my eyes making me nuts right now. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, I can't see the screen without these on, so linebacker help. Yeah, I don't know that. I feel like we're shooting our shot here early in the season, and none of these players are going to be interested in us, but we will see how it goes. So we've offered a couple of tight ends, a guard, a defensive tackle. We need to put some recruiting in here. And let's go after Jed Wilson. Why the hell not? Let's see what happens with Jed Wilson. Let's put 15. I can't put 15. Let's do that so we can interview him. Let's do a home visit here. A home visit here, and then let's make phone calls to each of these guys. We still have plenty of money for recruiting. Still have plenty of scholarship money. It's 3rd down. It's going to require him to miss a field goal. That sucks. All right, so we still have plenty of scholarships. Robert Wirtz, C+ physique, B+ athleticism, and tangibles and IQ. Johnston, Fisher, Shore. Offer him a scholarship. Parrish, Short. And let's just go all in. Let's just go all in on these top 100 recruits here early on and see what we get. Let's just see what happens. Worst case scenario, they take offers elsewhere. And they get another 1st down. Damn it. All right, well, that stinks. So we have 1 scholarship remaining, and let's offer it to Bruce Johnston. Yeah, I mean, I think we just go all in here with like all the top recruits that we can get and see what happens. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and save. And it's time for week 1 in our schedule. This year, week 1 has us playing at home against the Washington Huskies. So do you guys have any interest in actually watching the game? I think I can play it and let the AI do its thing. Or would you rather I just sim through it? Anybody care? Let's take a look at the Huskies. They had the number 30 recruiting rank last year. Their quarterback is, who's their quarterback? They've got 3 freshmen and Thomas Pfeiffer as a sophomore. Wesley Liu looks to be their best quarterback. Wonder if he'll be the starter. Good accuracy, not very bright, not very strong. I think this is a winnable game for us. I think this is a winnable game for Illinois. We will see how it goes, though. All right, let's go ahead and sim and see what we get. Sim the game, and let's look at the highlights. We're in Washington, so who knows? First highlight is for the Huskies, and that is a fumble recovered by Villarreal, so that's nice. They have the ball back, and we get a sack. They have the ball deep in our territory, and there's a touchdown for Washington. They're up 13-10 in the third quarter. Our ball. Quarterback rolls out. He's sacked, I believe. Yep, and they're deep in our territory again. There's another touchdown, and we are down 20-10. Run around the end. Is that going to be enough for a touchdown? I believe it is. It's their ball. 3rd and 19. Okay, so there's a sack. So we got a shot. Oh, that was the last highlight, though. And there's the game. Patriots lose. Damn it. So that's the last highlight. So I think we lose to Washington 20-17. So congratulations to FJ, as I believe your Huskies defeat my Illini 20-17, 23-17. We dropped to 0-1 on the season. We had a pass from Byers to Harding. Gamble with a 21-yard touchdown run. So Harding 23 of 36, $183. And how many players ran the ball? So we carried the ball 34 times for 132 yards. Couldn't stop the passing game. It wasn't as bad this time. We had 1 wide receiver run, 2 wide receiver runs, and then Gaylord, Gamble, Kessler, Daniels, and McMaster are all running back. So it wasn't as bad this time. Byers, 10 catches, 87 yards. Sack for Wilson. No picks. No picks on either side, but we lose our first game of the season, 23-17 to the Washington Huskies. And it doesn't get any easier next week as we are on the road against Notre Dame. Take a look at our emails. Hail Mary. So Hail Mary for McLean. So that means we can go ahead and stop recruiting him. Let's look at actions. Anybody interested? Cool. We do have some interest. McLean is not interested, however, so we can go ahead and remove our scholarship offers there, and we can hide him. All right, so we have some interest from who? Flores. Oh, both tight ends and the quarterback, really. Okay. Well, let's go all in on these guys. So let's dump some money in here. Dump some money in here. Flores, let's interview. I don't think these guys are going to be interested. Anybody who's not showing us interest at this point, I think it's probably safe to remove our scouting from, especially these guys with a lot of offers. Well, we didn't offer him a scholarship, so who knows how interested he really is. Let's do it and see what we get. We have the extra scholarships now. We will remove. Dale Shin. He's not interested. Let's remove. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Robert Wirtz. We'll offer him a scholarship. Alvin Hatch still hasn't given up on us yet, so we can't offer, we can't put any more into scouting. It's a little weird. Bailey Zappi, great. I don't know about that, but he didn't look terrible today, which is probably the best you can say. So let's invite Martin. Let's visit. Let's outreach and phone call. Then we have to offer some scholarships to some people. Sure, scholarship. I don't really care about a fullback, truth be told. We can probably hide some of these guys too. These top 100 recruits we really don't have a shot at. And that's nice that we get some initial buy-in early from some of these top guys. Martin, B+ speed, B hands, B pass blocking. And Robert O'Brien, B+ speed, B hands. Better run blocker than a pass blocker. Really good potential for development. And what about Martin? Martin was fantastic. I mean, if we could sign them both, that'd be great. So we've got some recruiting money left, and we've got some scouting left. Do we want to put that scouting? Why is it not letting me do this? All right, well, let's just interview some of these guys then. Uncommitted. Oh, there was an ad break. I didn't see the ad break. Sorry about that. If you subscribed, there would be no ad break. Just throwing that out there. I don't get a dime for it. I don't care. But yeah. 5-star. Do we want to take a shot at a 5-star guy? Can't imagine we would. I mean, let's try it. Let's throw our hat into the ring for William Borges. See if there's any interest at all from Borges. I mean, I still think I'm aiming too high. I still think going after these guys in the top 100 is still a pipe dream for me. I really do. We'll do a little bit here with some of these guys that only have one scholarship offer, or none in the case of Michael Iverson. Maybe we can get him to buy in quickly. Pedro Nance we don't have any scholarship offers left. We only have 11 scholarship offers. So, all right. So let's go ahead and sim. We got Notre Dame coming up. We are in Notre Dame. Back-to-back road games to start the season, and let's see how week 2 goes. Not expecting good things against the Fighting Irish, but we shall see. There's a touchdown right off the bat. So that's a bad start. An interception. We're down 13-0. It's going to be a sack. We're down 19-3. There's another interception, and that is a pick 6, I assume. So we get a kick return for a touchdown? Is that what we're getting here? Maybe? Yeah, we're down 33-6. Ugh. Ugly. Another interception. Oh, that's a fumble. We're down 40-6. Oof. Bad start to the season. 47-6. This is an oof. This is an oof. Yeah, we don't need to watch anymore. We don't need to watch any more of that one. We lose 54-6. We get 2 field goals, and that is it. That game was over before it even started. That's what I get for picking Notre Dame as one of my, is he hurt? Harding is out in the game, put in Marvin Evans, which is to be expected. He's probable with patella tendonitis. Again, running game isn't as bad. We only carried with 6 players. Only 2 of them are wide receivers. Am I blaming them? Am I blaming who? Am I blaming who for what? No sacks, no picks. We turned the ball over twice. Not a good game. Am I blaming who, Breeze? All right, so we got Northern now at home. Forrest Culbertson committed to Memphis. Hail Mary. Hail Mary. Hail Mary. That's not good. So a lot of Hail Marys in there, so we can probably... No, I mean, I picked Notre Dame as one of my main competitors, and this is what happens when you pick Notre Dame. You get blown out when they're better than you. All right, so who's warm? Michael Iverson, really? Okay. Let's see if we can lock him down. Let's just go all out on Michael Iverson here and see if we can get a 4-star defensive tackle on the books. So who's this? It's Shin. So none of these guys are interested, even with the recruiting that we've put into it. We still have Jed Wilson, Alvin Hatch. O'Brien no longer has any interest, but the scouts like our odds, so we're going to stick with him. Stick with Martin. All right, who can we hide? Who can we hide? So Joseph Carmichael, we can probably hide him. Borges. We're going to go ahead and put scouting into him. See what sort of answer we get here from him. Same thing with Daniels. We may as well talk to these guys and see what they tell us. Right now, there's no interest, but that could change if we interview them. Martin is fully maxed out. We'll leave the scholarship offer there. Got a little bit left in scouting. Nothing left in recruiting. Who do we want to scout? We want to scout Alvin Hatch. Get that maxed out. And Rakeem Albertson. Let's go ahead and do that. And anybody I can remove from? Probably this guy. Probably Rodney Pereira. If we've got a tackle, a top 100 tackle who's interested in us, we need to be offering him a scholarship ASAP. So, all right. So we only have 13 scholarship offers, so we're not going to be able to do a whole lot this year, but it allows us to pick and choose because we don't have a lot of seniors. Most of our talent is freshman and sophomore at this point, which is, what we knew was going to happen. All right, so week 3 against Northern. Went to overtime. Oh, boy. Overtime at home against Northern Illinois. That's not good. They score a touchdown. They're up 10-3 on us, really. Okay. There's a sack. There's a touchdown pass, so we're up now 13-10. There's a sack. Touchdown pass to a running back. Second and goal on the 3. They get a touchdown. 20-17. So this is how they get the ball back. We turn it over. Yep. Second and 9 in the 4th. We're up 26-24. How does this game go to overtime? Safety? A safety. Interesting. Okay. So it's our ball here. Back to pass. Pass is complete. That is a touchdown. 32-27. Again, I don't understand how this goes to overtime. 34-34. So they score a touchdown. They get 48-48. So if we go in here, do we win? Oh, 54-51 in overtime. Oh, boy. So a win's a win. I mean, it was an exciting win over a team that we should have beaten easily. But I will take a 54-51 win. Harding, 31 of 37, 319 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Let's go. Look at that. It's crazy. So here we go with the 9 players running the ball. 8. McMaster, 27 for 83. Kessler, 6 for 28. Gaylord, 4 for 15. Gamble, 4 for 6. So 3 carries for a wide receiver, 2 for Tuck, 2 for Daniels. And so we had 6 carries by wide receivers and then 5 running backs carry the ball. Daniels, 11 receptions, 110 yards. Byers, 7 for 86. Evans, 6 for 68. Their quarterback was 25 of 35 for 225 and 4 touchdowns. We had 482 yards. They had 410. 163 on the ground for us. $1.85 for them. We had 1 turnover. They had none. And we win the game. We win 54-51. So our first win of the season. We had some people in for that game too, so, maybe that'll be, maybe they were interested. Maybe they liked, so we lose Pereira. Iverson was happy, not entirely out of the running. Borges, our chances are not good. Our chances are not good on Hatch, but we're not entirely out of it yet. Let's see what we got. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go here. Yeah, I mean, we still have, so Christopher Martin is now, did we lose that defensive tackle who was, no, it was Iverson. He's now down to Cool. Okay, so Martin, let's see if we can get the tight end locked down. 4, so we'll do everything but the facility tour there. We have Cecil Street. Let's go ahead and put money into that. He does not have a scholarship offer. We can probably remove at this point from Martin. He doesn't appear to be interested. Scholarship offer to Street. We have scholarship offers to everybody who's interested. We have recruiting on everybody who's interested will be maxed out next week. We still have a little bit of money in recruiting, a little bit of money in scouting. So let's just stick with Fisher. Let's see if we can land him. Wirtz doesn't have any interest in us. Daniels doesn't have any interest, but he's still only 2 offers made to Daniels. So, I mean, we'll stick with him until they tell us it's a Hail Mary. Why not? $14K left in recruiting. I don't even know where to put it. Lee Miller, John Gwynn. We still have Jed Wilson on the list. He's still interested. It says Hail Mary, but it says he's still interested. So until he signs someplace else, we'll continue to dump some time and money into him. patch. Chances are not good, but I'm still going to stick with him because it doesn't say it doesn't say Hail Mary. When it says Hail Mary, that's when I start to look elsewhere. Dustin Dalton. That's 3 offers. All right, let's hide some of these guys. And let's look at uncommitted. Best uncommitted players that don't have a lot of, well, we don't have any scholarships. So I think right now we just hold off on what we have until some of these players sign elsewhere, or we pull scholarships from other people. We're going to hide him. He's not interested in us. Nance, I'd like to get an offer to Nance. Yeah, I think we can pull from Wirtz. I'd rather give it to Nance, truth be told. See if we can get another guard, another offensive lineman. All right. Let's save and sim. Hang on just a second, guys. I'll send a text message to my boss here. All right, sorry about that. All right, so we're playing Maryland at home, I believe, as we are 1-2 right now. So this is our second game in 4 against a top 25 team. We got blown out by Notre Dame earlier. Let's see how things go here against the Terps. Man, that is a field. Look at that end zone, man. All right, so it's their ball. We haven't really had any. Oh, we're up 7-0. We haven't had any great highlights. Like, most of the highlights are for the other team. All right, so they score a touchdown there. They get the ball right back. There's an interception by whom? Baker. One of our linebackers, I think. They get the ball right back again. 1st and goal on the 3. There's a touchdown for Maryland. And we're down 27-10. There's an interception the other way. I'm not sure what to do because I feel like I've put together a decent team. We have a lot of young talent, and that might be the issue, is that a lot of our talent is young. So we pick up a fumble recovery there. But they get the ball right back. There's a touchdown for us. We're within 10, but this game is over. So we're going to come up short again, and we're going to fall to 1-3. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's because most of our talent is underclassmen. They're freshmen and sophomore. But we haven't been good. We just really haven't been all that good. Harding 21 of 32, 211 and a touchdown. McMaster had a nice game, 20 for 120, although he did have a 74-yard carry. Only Evans. Evans carries the ball. You have 9 carries for wide receivers in this game. I mean, it's fine, I guess. I mean, we ran the ball for 231 yards, so all in all, it's fine. We turned it over twice. They turned it over once. We had an interception and by Baker. He had a pick, the redshirt freshman. Batts had a fumble recovery that was forced by Dalton. So against a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. So I'm hoping there's a boost in development once we get to next season, as our sophomores will be juniors, our freshmen will be sophomores. So, all right, so we got Purdue now on the road. Cecil Street. Like our odds on getting Hoke. Well, that's good. I believe Hoke was he one of those top 100 recruits? Actions. Iverson is now, yeah, this was the guy that was hot, that was warm before. Hoke is where? He's a 3-star, but that's fine. Davis, O'Brien, Wirtz, and Miller. None of those guys are interested. We've put money into Wirtz. He's not interested, so we can hide him. Nance still just with the 2 offers, so I'm going to keep leaning here into Pedro Nance. But I want to make sure that we... So 2, 4... So that's good. So we have 2 outreach hours left, so we can invite one more player to a game. Let's go Jed Wilson. Let's see if we can land this number 48 overall quarterback. We still have a ton of money left in scouting, so let's get Albertson scouted up. Let's look at these players. Yeah, I mean, we have all this money for recruiting, but nobody's really all that interested in us. Everybody we have scholarship offers to, we have invested. Well, everybody we have scholarship offers to, we have maxed out recruiting and maxed out scouting. So there's not a whole lot we can do other than the outreach hours. I mean, I guess we can look at the best uncommitted and try to recruit and see if we can generate interest without a scholarship. I don't suspect that that's a thing, but we can try it. We can certainly try it. So just looking for players without a lot of offers. Jackie Soto, a 4-star defensive end with 1 offer. Sure. I don't think it's going to matter if we don't offer him a scholarship, but we'll see. We will see. And after this game, we'll pause and we'll take a look at our stats as we are on the road in Purdue. Let's see what happens here. So they get the first highlight. And that's an interception by Baker. Excellent. So it's 3-3. It's our ball now. It's going to be a sack. They have the ball deep in our territory. They take it in for a touchdown. We are down 10-3. They have the ball deep in our territory. That'll be a touchdown. Not good. What is going on here? All right, so we have the ball first and goal on the 2. There's a touchdown for us. 17-12. We have the ball on the 23-yard line. Is that a touchdown? I don't know because the game doesn't show. We're up 18-17. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to walk away from this one with a victory. So we score with 48 seconds left. That'll make us 2-3, I think. We win 20-17 with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. That is a huge win for us. Byers, 8 catches for 149 yards. Baker with 6 tackles and a pick. Harding over 300 yards again, 25 of 43, 310. So he's starting to play pretty well. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the season for the sophomore. McMaster had a good game. I don't know why Gaylord is playing so much. I don't get it. It's a 79 overall. It should be McMaster, Gamble, Kessler. Those are like the 3 guys I want running the ball. Kessler had 2 carries for 20 yards. Evans, our wide receiver, carried it 3 times. I wonder if that's affecting how he's doing receiving. Like, I wonder if it's fatiguing him at all. I don't know if that's a thing. But Byers with a huge game, 8 for 149. Daniels had a good game. Evans, 4 for 40. Kavanaugh, our only good tight end. So they turned it over once. We had 458 yards of offense. We completely shut down their running game. 30 carries for 85 yards. Haskell with 4 tackles for losses. A 64 overall junior had 8 tackles, 4 for loss. 3 hurries for Dalton. No sacks, the 1 pick for Baker. Wise forced to fumble, and we win. So a win is a win is a win. Let's sim. I think I can shut this TV off now. I'm not interested in watching 60 Minutes. We got Iowa on the books here for week 6 now. Jeffrey Davis recruited to Alabama. They like our odds of getting Albertson rather. They like our odds on getting Martin. Okay, so, I mean, that's a 4-star tight end and a 4-star offensive lineman. I mean, that would be huge. We got to start getting some actual commits, though, here as we move a little closer. So Hatch has got cool interest. Parrish has got cool interest. Yeah, everybody that we have offered a scholarship to, they like our odds of getting Robertson. So let's go heavy into Rakeem Albertson here this week and see if we can land him. Now Flores. I don't really know what else to do. Ron O'Brien, I mean, a top 500 recruit, fine, I guess. Same thing here with Garrison. We'll get these guys scouted up and see if there's truly any interest or not. Who else did we? That was it, huh? Okay, so we can, let's hide some of these other guys. We're not going to get Bruce Johnson, so let's go ahead and hide. We don't need a fullback. Ron O'Brien, Garrison. Let's just put that money, excuse me, back into Garrison. Something in my throat. All right, let's save. We'll look at the stats, and we will continue. Quiet night here tonight. It's just you and me, Breeze. I don't even know if you're here anymore. That is fine, though. Those of you watching at home on YouTube are going to get less outside conversation and more gameplay, which I'm sure you're probably fine with. Otherwise, you would be here live. All right, so Gary Harding on the year, 106 for 159, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 5 games. Offensively, we're middle of the pack. We're really bad defensively, and I don't get that. McMaster, 89 carries, leads us in carries, yards. It's the longest 74, which is increasing that average significantly. Gamble, I think I want to give Gamble a shot. 94 agility, 85 overall. Or Kessler, 77 speed. McMaster has the speed. He has the best ratings. He's the quickest. He's the most agile. I don't want them running the ball with him at all. What if I cut him? If I cut him, will it start somebody else that I don't want? Will it play somebody else that I don't want them to play? I mean, he's literally my worst running back. Let's just see if we can make him go away. I mean, like, Brendan Tuck is an 84 overall. He's better, and he has 3 carries on the season. So, Kessler. My guess is he's going to end up playing Broom, but we'll see. So that was harsh. So I cut somebody so that my coach wouldn't be tempted to play him anymore. Receiving, 37 for 449. Daniels, yeah, not a lot of deep threats here. Hopefully we can get a couple of tight ends to help, and then these guys will all get better. Byers a sophomore, right? Byers a sophomore. Daniels redshirt freshman. Evans is a junior. Yeah, 4th-year junior. So we got Evans for this year and next. Byers will be a junior next year. Daniels will be a sophomore next year. And hopefully we can bring in a couple of wide receivers. All right, we don't have anything left to do to recruit, so we will sim the game against Iowa. We'll watch tonight's. We put a lot of road games here early on. Not much at home early in the season. So Iowa with the first highlight. That's a touchdown for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes with the second highlight. There's another touchdown for Iowa. Hey, we get a highlight. It's going to be a sack, though. $21-0. Not good. 28-0. 28-3. Looks like maybe we get a touchdown in garbage time. 28-10. We get another touchdown in garbage time. You have 2 garbage time touchdowns that maybe make this game look a little closer than it was. Oh, just the 1 touchdown. Okay. So Harding didn't have a terrible game. 17-26, 216 yards and a touchdown, but we couldn't stop the passing game. Pinkston, 19-22. Can't run the ball. All right, so we need to make some changes. We need to make some changes or this season's going to get away from us. Good, we got another top 25 team this week. All right, so Jamie Lenz, that's fine, I don't care. Let's take a look at, let's do recruiting first, and then we'll go in, and I think we got to make a couple of changes. I think we have to go in and make a couple of changes. Do we have anybody who's got, oh, Raymond Fisher, I want him, the deep threat. But he has no interest in us. Damn. Let's look at actions. All right, so Iverson is still warm to us. Let's try to get him locked down. Let's go all in on Jed Wilson. Raymond Fisher is that wide receiver, right? Yeah. So we have 1 scholarship left. Do we have anybody who's interested that we haven't offered a scholarship to? No. Jackie Soto, Daniels, Hale. I think we can get rid of Hale. Let's take back the recruiting money. Hide him, and let's go after Soto. I mean, why not? Why not? John Gwynn. Yeah, again, we don't have any scholarship offers, so it's just about, trying to land the people we have. And I don't know that I don't know that there's a trick to that. So we're just sort of, we're going heavy into the people that we have offers to with the hope that it can generate some interest. The fact that we're not getting any interest from Nance or Daniels tells me that we probably are not going to get them. I do, however, let's look at the good old state of Arkansas. Yeah, they don't have anybody. Or excuse me, of Alaska. You can sometimes find some stud recruits in Alaska, but not this year. Puerto Rico. Okay, Jackie Soto, he's from Puerto Rico, so we might get lucky there. Let's spend some time in Puerto Rico. We don't have any recruiting money left, but we do have some scouting left. So let's spend some time talking to some players in Puerto Rico. See if we can generate some interest from some of them. Those guys are fine. All right, now I want to take a look at my depth chart because McMaster's not getting it done. So I think let's go to, all right, so right now we have McMaster as our starting running back, 82 speed, 66 strength. I want to try things a different way. So let's go Kessler as our number 1 and McMaster as our number 3. And then, oh no, we want to do that. What are we doing? Oh, offensive package 2. That's what I want to do. We're going to make Gamble our number 2 here, and Kessler, or Gamble our number 1 here, and Kessler our number 2. Defensively, I don't know what the issue is. So we're down Clayton for how long? Let's look at linebackers. Does it tell me? Probable with a dislocated shoulder. Okay. The problem is there's I don't know what decision to make. I feel like we have our best kind of foot forward here with these players. How long is Villarreal out for? Broken finger. He's been out for a while. So Victor Rodriguez should be the backup. Offensive package 2. Yeah, I don't know that any changes we're going to make. I mean, where are we getting shredded? We're 121st in points per game, 114th in yards per game. Where are we in terms of, where can we look at, can we look here under league leaders? Team stats. Let's just look at the Big Ten. Defense. I don't know how this is going to help me, though. We only have 2 picks. We only have 7 sacks. We're not getting much pressure on the quarterback. Well, I mean, we are. I mean, we're middle of the pack in terms of hurries and knockdowns. What's CTA? Missed tackles, tackle for losses, safeties. I want to look at this is what I wanted to look at. Here we go. All right. So we are... And we're getting torched on the ground, and we're also getting torched in the air. I mean, we're really bad at both. 206, almost 270 yards passing per game, which is second from the bottom in the Big Ten, ahead of only Indiana. And defensive and running, we're a little bit better, ahead of Rutgers, Indiana, Maryland, and Ohio State. But we're getting torched passing. So if we look at our defensive secondary, can we do anything about that? So we have Holmes. If we look at our cornerback position, so we have Holmes as our starting quarterback, 78 speed, 63 hands, 46 tackling. We have Watson as our number 2. Only a 33 tackle. Maybe we take Watson out of that number 2 spot, put Wilson in there. We put Wilson in the number 2 and Watson in the nickelback. James Parker has got a 60 tackle, but he's not really all that good. Nickelback 2, I think, should be... We're going to try James Parker because of his tackling. Let's see if that makes any difference. But, I mean, we have our 2 best players at strong safety and free safety right now, don't we? And now that allows us to... So we've got Calhoun at strong safety and Lovett. Okay, so Lovett needs to be our starting strong safety. I don't know why he hasn't been. And then free safety. Are we fine leaving Calhoun there? What are Calhoun's ratings? 54 tackling, 88 speed, 64 hands. Yeah, I think so. Go to defensive package 2, copy. All right, let's see if that makes any difference. Make change at running back. Make a couple changes on the back end, and let's see how things go at home against Nebraska. So they have the first highlight, and it's going to be an interception right off the bat. So a good start for us. Another highlight for them. Don't know what it was. Another highlight for them. That's another interception. So that's 2 picks for us right off the bat. So far the changes have worked. So far, the changes have worked. It's our ball. It's their ball. It's our ball in the third quarter. Fumble recovery. We are up 13-9. They're driving. Something bad happened for us. It's their ball. And we get a safety? No, we sack them on the 1. We're down by 6. It's their ball again. It's our ball. There's a pass complete. Is that a touchdown? It is. We're down by a point. Oh, come on. That sucks. So offensive, I mean, it looked better from a defensive perspective. We lose 27-20. Looked better from a defensive perspective by far. We carried 34 times for 102 yards, so our running attack was awful. Harding 16-26, 237, and a couple of touchdowns. Kessler 27 for 73. We couldn't stop their running game. We did pick off their quarterback 3 times, though. But we still give up 280 yards passing. We still give up 136 on the ground. We get sacks from Villarreal and Araujo. Interceptions from Holmes, and then 2 from Norman Wilson, but it is not enough, and we are 2-5. All right. Oh, good. Another game against top 25 team. Okay, so nothing's changed yet. Still no commits, but nobody has committed elsewhere yet. We haven't lost any of our scholarship offers. We now have 2 players that are warm, Flores and Iverson. I mean, yeah, I guess. Let's go all in on the 2 defensive tackles. We still have the quarterback rather. Gwynn's not interested in us, so we can go ahead and remove there. Yeah, I mean, we got these guys that aren't that may be interested in us, but we don't know. Jackie Soto's not showing any interest, so I think we're good to go ahead and pull the offer. Fisher, let's offer him a scholarship. I want to say I would love to get Fisher. I would like to get Fisher, but love is a little extreme. B speed, B plus hands. Jared Little looks really good. Number 2 out of Puerto Rico. Let's go ahead and offer him a scholarship. Let's go ahead and offer him a scholarship. Where did our scholarships go? Offer him a scholarship. Thank you. Let's recruit. And let's make a phone call to Mr. Jared Little. So we still are in on Hatch. This is something that I think we need to. I want to try to get these guys are both warm, so I want to try to get them locked down, and then we can turn our attention elsewhere. But I would really love Martin. They like our odds. A technique, AIQ. Values winning, playing time. He's not really going to be close to home, and morale. Location, academics. Does it say anything about academics? It really doesn't. So how do I know if academics are important to him? You would think that would be here someplace. Organization, playing. He's going to get plenty of playing time. Let's take a point away from academics. What is this? Okay. Allocation points to categories will give boost to recruiting if the talking points matches up with the recruit's personality. Spreading out points is better than overemphasizing one category. After each sim, you may see some green numbers. These numbers show how many hits you got. Talking points stay from week to week, or you can auto-assign to the A. Okay. So that means he likes this. Can we give more than 2? We can't put more than 2 points in any one thing, so that's fine. All right. What about these guys? Iverson, where's he from? He's from Wyoming. We got some hits with the organization. I think we can leave that. I'm looking for something that isn't set properly. So he doesn't care about being close to home. We got a hit there. I don't really care about that, though. Let's take it away from here and let's put it into here. Let's put it into market size because Champagne's fairly large. Fairly large market. All right, so we are at home again against another top 25 team in Wisconsin. We may need to change our preferred matchups. I can't trying to squeeze Notre Dame into a Big Ten schedule when we already are playing like 5 top 25 teams a year is not the best thing in the world. Fumble recovery for them. We have the ball on the 5. We got a rushing touchdown. We are up 7-3. It's their ball. We get a sack. It's their ball. They get a touchdown. A sack. 10-10 in the third quarter. Run up the middle. They fumble it. We're down 17-10, but we have the ball. Oh, they get the ball back, I guess. There's an interception. We're down 17-16. We have the ball in their territory. We get a touchdown. We're up 22-16 in the fourth quarter. We have the ball back. Handoff up the middle. And we're up 29-17 with 5 minutes left. We get a sack. They run it in. 29-24. It's our ball. Second and goal. Run up the middle. And we are going to beat a top 25 team. There is our big win. We win 36-24 over the Badgers. So we take out the number 17 team in the country. Big win for your Fighting Illini. Wisconsin, they threw for 290. They ran for 224. I don't know how we won this game. We carried the ball 34 times for 80 yards. We passed for $195. We were only 4 of 13 on third down. They had the ball for 36 minutes, and we somehow managed to win. So Kessler's terrible. Or is it our offensive line is terrible? I don't know. But at least this time we didn't run it with any... Oh, yes, we did. Daniels ran the ball 4 times. Evans with a good game. Daniels had a good game. All right, well, a win's a win. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just matters if you do it. So, no interceptions. We had 1 sack from Villarreal. And a win's a win. So, we beat a top 25 team. So, let's go. That's a big win. We had people there watching it. So, hopefully that will help us. All right, we have Minnesota this week at home. So at least we're starting to play some home games here a bit. So we pick up Mel Flores. So we do get a 4-star, number 125 overall recruit. That is awesome. So Jed Wilson is now down to a Hail Mary. So we'll see if he still has interest in us. If he does, we'll continue to focus on him. If not, we will focus elsewhere. So Iverson's still there. Wilson is still there. He now has 9 offers. We wanted to go after Hatch this time around. See if we can generate some additional interest from our, from this 4-star guard. Little is on here as well. Let's invite him to a game. And let's call who? Yeah, none of these guys are interested in us anymore. Nance, I think we can go ahead and... Well, wait, was he the one from Puerto Rico? No, he's from Idaho. All right. Let's go ahead and remove what we were doing there. Let's remove the scholarship. Let's remove what we were doing there. All right, so these guys are pipe dream at this point. But that gives us some additional recruiting money and a couple of scholarships that we can now turn around and put back into some uncommitted players. Find the best players with limited number of offers. So Jackie Soto was the one from Puerto Rico, right? Yeah, he's the one I want to make an offer to, and we will call him as well. Scholarship offer to Soto. So we have one more offer to make to somebody who doesn't have a lot of offers. I guess, yeah, I mean, let's try it. Let's see what we can get. We got Victor Mills, a top 100 recruit. I'm not confident, but he only has one offer, so maybe there's something there. We have no scholarships left. 4-star linebacker with 3 offers. Brandon Champagne. I mean, it makes sense bringing him to the University of Illinois, but I don't know. I can't bring my. I don't think we're going to hit on any of these players, but at least we can see if there's some interest without a scholarship offer, perhaps. I don't know. We'll see. Robert Roby, 6'1", $186, D intangibles. I'll pass. Raymond Fisher. I really wanted Raymond Fisher, but he's just not interested. Just not interested in us. Everett Joyce, 6'1", $190. Yeah, I mean, he's out of Nevada. We can't offer him a scholarship. We don't have any. But we will recruit and we will interview and see if we can generate some interest that way. And I'm looking for offensive line. You go Robert Woodward, only one offer, so we'll dump. Let's back this off a little bit, put that in there, and then add the rest here. All right, so let's sim. Just got like 4 messages. All right, let's see how this goes at home against the Gophers. This first highlight is for them, but it's a fumble recovered by Bats, so it's our ball. We have the ball on the 8. Pass complete. Was that a touchdown? I don't know. There's a fumble recovered by them. We're up 10-0. They have the ball on their own 41. Quarterback run. I don't know what happened. They have the ball back. Pass is intercepted by Calhoun. They have the ball deep in our territory, and that is a touchdown. They have the ball again. Another interception. Michael Baker, another pick for him. We're up 13-0. It's our ball in their territory. There's a pass complete. Did we get into the end zone before the half ended? I don't know. But we throw a pick on the first play of the second half. We're up 20-0. Another interception. We're up 20-3. We get a touchdown there, 27-6. They get a touchdown, 27-13. I think that's they get another touchdown here, or is that the same play? That's the same play. All right, so I think we're going to win again as we are finally playing some games at home, which is nice. So we win 27-13. We do pick them off 3 more times. Our running game is non-existent, 36 carries for 83 yards. Again, completely dominated offensively, but they turned it over 5 times. So some of the defensive changes we made are working. The offensive changes aren't working, at least with the running game. I don't know what to do about that because our running backs aren't fast, so I don't know that an outside running game is the way to go. Daniels and Byers each have a touchdown pass, or touchdown catch, rather. Calhoun with a pick. Holmes with a pick and a forced fumble. Baker with another pick. Bats had 2 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries. Oh, man, he's a senior. a shame. It was one of our transfers. But anyway, a win's a win. So we're 4-5. I think we're going to go for another about 15 minutes or so, guys. It's been a quiet night, so instead of talking to myself for 3 hours, I'm only going to talk to myself for 2 tonight. All right, so we pick up Iverson. So we pick up the 2 defensive tackles now. Wilson and Borges go elsewhere, so we lose a couple of tight ends. That's fine. Scouts like our odds on getting Victor Mills. That would be good, I think. Isn't he one of those top 100 guys that we looked at? Who's warm? Christopher Martin is back to warm. Victor Mills. Yeah, Victor Mills. They like our odds of getting Victor Mills. Why is he only been recruited by 2 teams? I don't know, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to dive right in. Let's see if we can get Martin locked down. So Hatch is up to 12 offers, and our scouts believe it's a crapshoot at this point, or not a good chance that we'll get him at this point. So we will go ahead and hide him. We will hide Fisher, Woodward. Who's this? That's Soto. He's the one from Puerto Rico. He has 14 offers. Wow. I offered him a scholarship, didn't I? Yeah, I did. And he's not interested in coming to us, so we'll go ahead and do that, and we will hide him. Everett Joyce has some interest. B speed, B plus hands. Yep. Let's go ahead and offer him a scholarship. We have 4 hours left, so what do we want to do? Outreach in college. Try to get Albertson locked down. So we have 3 scholarships left. Victor Mills, Jared Little. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep talking to these guys, but it's not looking good so far. Let's go back to look at the uncommitted. We'll take a look at the 2 defensive tackles here in a minute. And go through and find the best. We have 3 scholarship offers we can make this time. Samuel Poole. Yep. Only has 2 offers. We can go ahead and go all in on him. And Martin, we've already got an offer to. Dale Shin wasn't. I don't understand why Shin wasn't interested in us. Let's try it again. Let's just try it again. I kind of want another cornerback, or not kind of want. I kind of need another cornerback. Dylan, we don't really need a strong safety. We have a lot of tight ends kind of lined up. Let's look at Brian Benson. We can take the money away from him. Let's go ahead and dump into that. Interview. Offer scholarship. I think that's it. Oh, I wanted to take a look at the 2 defensive tackles we got. That's what I wanted to do. Now let's go back here. Oh, we had an off week. All right. Well, that's good to know. Commits. So Michael Iverson, C+, above average potential, C+, C-, C+, C. B tackling, B speed, B hands, B+ strength. The scout grades aren't great, but the attributes are fine. And then Mel Flores, he looks really good. B strength, B+ intelligence, B+ tackling, B+ hands, A+ technique. Cool. So we're going to be stacked on the defensive line next year, which hopefully will help the run game, which will also hopefully help the passing game. Sim of the week. We're off again. And I want to make another change at running back. I want to give Gamble a chance. Kessler as the backup. Save the package. And then swap these 2. So make do it like that. All right, so we got another off week. We got to do some more recruiting. We got to look at our emails first. We got a lot of emails. Hopefully it's good news. So we lose Sam Poole, Garris. Yeah, okay, so we lose 4 people. So it's not great. It's not great. Got a lot of people that are angry. I don't really care. Tired of losing. Well, that's not good. I was hoping with all those emails that we would get a recruit. Not so, though. All right, so we have 1. Come on, Martin. So O'Brien isn't interested in us anymore, so let's go ahead and remove that. Man, we invested a lot into him only for him to back out. That stinks. A little. They like our odds on A- speed, B+ hands. I mean, that's somebody I need. So what can we do here? So let's home visit and let's invite him to a game. And what else can we do? Anything else? We'll make a phone call. I want to see. I mean, yeah, he looks pretty good. And then we'll invest there. We will invest here. We will call him. We needed offensive line. Hell, not need offensive line help, but we could use some offensive line help. We could use some guards. Guards and linebackers, I guess. So let's look at the best uncommitted. Best uncommitted linebackers. We have 2 scholarship offers. Anybody that doesn't have a lot, he's not all that good. Jeffrey Wester, number 3 in Puerto Rico. Yeah, we scouted him, but we didn't offer him a scholarship. So he looks pretty good. And then let's look at the best guards, see if there's anybody we can take a run at here. Robert Woodward, we need to offer him a scholarship. That was the one thing we didn't do. So we'll have our scouting maxed on him next time. Let's make a phone call to him. And let's go, I guess. Another week in the books. We're 4-5. Oh, man, we got Michigan. Okay, what's our schedule look like down the stretch? Michigan, Kansas State, Northwestern. All right, so, I mean, we could go 2-1. If we go 2-1 and we end the season 6-6, I mean, that's not awful, I guess. Right? Still not great, but it's not awful. We got 3 tackles that just committed to us. Okay. We'll have to make one of them a guard potentially. So we have 4 4-star players and a 3-star player. Let's look at our commits. We don't have their ratings yet, but we'll have to make some of them. We'll have to make, they're all B+, B+. Blocking and tackling, so that's good. So we pick up a few more recruits. Albertson and Joyce. So have we lost? We lost the tight end. Not good. Everett Joyce, though, we fully scouted him. His speed is now a B rather than an A-. That kind of sucks. Albertson. I mean, do we need Albertson at this point, given what we've I would say we don't, to be honest, but Woodward we probably don't need either. Benson with the A- speed. Yeah, he's the one I really want at this point. So let's invite to game. We'll do that. We'll go heavy into Benson. And we've got 3 hours left for Weister, so we'll do that, and we'll make a phone call, see if we can generate some interest there. We can hide him. Victor Mills, we have a scholarship offer to him. We can hide him. So we have 3 offers left. What do we want to look at? Cornerbacks, maybe? And a couple guys with 2. Donald, but yeah, I mean, that's really good. Let's go ahead and offer him. See if we can generate some late season interest in both of these guys. And then, my hand's going numb. And then let's look at wide receivers, I guess. Boatwright, 6'2", 199. Easton, 6 foot, 190. Neal, 6'5", 205. I like the big guys, so let's go after Neal. I think this will likely be the last week we sim. So let's go ahead and sim the week at home against Michigan. Let's watch the highlights and see if we can stay anywhere close to the Wolverines in this one. We get a sack right off the bat, so it's a start. I don't have any idea what's going on. Oh, it's their ball. Okay. All right, so there's a touchdown for Michigan. 7-0. We have the ball on the Michigan 12. Pass complete. We score a touchdown. We're down 10-7. We have the ball back deep in Michigan territory. Pass to the running back, and there's a touchdown, and we are up 14-10. They come down the other direction. They throw a touchdown. We're down 17-14. It's going to be a sack or a pick. No, it's a completed pass. And it's a fumble recovered by us. All right. I think that was the last play of the game. I think we lose 20-17 at home to Michigan. That stinks. Yeah. We hung with them. Man, we hung with them. And it looks like defensively we played well. We limited them to 276 yards. We ran the ball a lot. Only Gamble had a decent game. Harding threw for 2 touchdowns. Just couldn't get it on Kessler with a terrible game. 12 carries for 11 yards. Gamble had a decent game. He's been our best running back this year. Daniels, 8 catches. Evans with a touchdown, 6 for 76. Byers up to 59 catches on the year. We had 1 sack from Villarreal. He also had 3 hurries, 2 knockdowns. No picks, and we come up just short at home against the Wolverines. So not ideal, but, can't win them all. So, again, we need to win our last 2 games. If we win our last 2 games, we finish 500, we probably get a bowl game. We get Jared Little and Everett Joyce, so we get 2 more 4-star players. That's awesome. Little and Joyce. Not good. Like our odds on getting Benson. So let's take a look at our 2 recruits, and we will call it an episode. So commits, we pick up the wide receiver Everett Joyce. B speed, B+ hands. Number 18 wide receiver overall, the number 1 wide receiver out of Nevada. B+ agility. He looks pretty okay. Jared Little, B speed, B+ hands. Number 2 rank recruit in Puerto Rico, number 20 running back overall. Average potential. What was the potential on Joyce? Incredible potential. Well, that's nice to see. All right, so we have the number 21 recruiting class right now. We still have 3 scholarships remaining. If we look at the targets that we have left, we have Benson and Webster who are showing interest. Webster, B tackling, B speed, B plus hands. Yeah, be nice to go after him. And then Benson, the A speed. I would love to get him locked down too. So that is for next episode, guys. So that is going to do it here for tonight. A bit of a quiet live stream, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Like I said, it just gives me some time to play the game with a little more detail here for our YouTube family. So that's going to do it, guys. I appreciate you watching this on YouTube. Those of you who are in the stream, thanks for hanging out for a little bit, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye.